Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. You're looking at one of the biggest fights of 2017. It's here. It's in Vegas. What's your predictions?
It has to be Mayweather. 49 men have tried, 49 men have failed. And I can't see how a UFC fighter, a guy who hasn't even boxed professionally in his life, is going to come and beat the master. Because he literally is the master. When we're talking about Floyd Mayweather, you have to talk about him as one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. How's McGregor going to beat that?
I mean, that's what they're saying, but they're saying, you know, the press and all of Conor McGregor's team, and he's now got some of the fans believing that Mayweather's past it. He hasn't been in the ring for a few years. Conor McGregor's got all the fans behind him. He's got the whole of Ireland behind him. He's got the whole of Britain behind him, as it seems like now. So could the upset be on?
Well, but even based on some of the press conferences, it looked like he's got some of America behind him. When he went to Canada, Toronto, like those fans were definitely behind McGregor. But I would say those press conferences where McGregor was supposed to clean up, because that's what he's all about. He's just a bravado, a showman. You know, he gets the crowd on his side. He flattered to deceive. I was expecting much more than him. And for me, Mayweather, if he didn't win out of the 4 press conferences, he definitely came out level. When he brought out that tap out song on McGregor, I said that was clinical. And Mayweather don't do that. It might have been scripted or whatever, but he did his bit when it came to that. And if McGregor can't beat him in the press conferences, I don't know how he's going to beat him in the room, because if he ain't in Mayweather's head, he's already lost half the battle.
But listen, no one remembers the trash talking once the fight is done. The only thing you remember is what happens on the 26th of August on Saturday. The problem I have with it is that a lot of the boxing fans, they don't even want to watch it. Most of them are like, nah, it's not even a real fight. What's going on?
Well, Lennox said, I wouldn't even go to Vegas unless they're paying me to commentate. And that says a lot, because, you know, Lennox is a legend when it comes to boxing. And I understand what they're saying. It does seem kind of farcical. You got this UFC fighter, he never boxed professionally in his career, as I said. And then you got Mayweather, who's probably one of the greatest of all time. And now they're meeting in the ring for what? It's just like it's a money show. For me, McGregor has little to lose and everything to gain. He's already going to make a bag of money that UFC will never pay him. If he loses, well, he was supposed to lose. If he wins, then that can only propel him to greater heights in like the martial arts, in the combat sport era. Mayweather, on the other hand, he got a lot of money to gain from it, but he got everything to lose in terms of career. Because if he loses to really a joke boxer, if he loses, that could really put doubt on his career and the sport of boxing.
But, you know, this is one of the biggest fights of the year, money-wise as well. So, you know, Mayweather's all about the money. If he loses, he'll have the 49-1, but at the end of the day, he'll check his account tomorrow morning and be like, you know what? It was worth it.
Well, by all accounts, you check his account tomorrow morning and half of it's probably going to go to the tax man. Because apparently he owes a bit of money. But, no, I think even though the fight is all about money, there's a lot more than just money on the line. Mayweather he's got the boxing world on his shoulders. He's carrying them right now. He has to win. If he doesn't win, where does boxing go from here? Does UFC now overtake it as the leading combat sport? Because as much as it's a growing sport, boxing is still has a bigger fan base. It still brings in more money. Especially 2017, it's brought in more money, even without the what we wanted was the AJ and Klitschko fight later in the year. But if Mayweather was to lose to McGregor in a boxing fight, it's a long way back for the sport.
And finally, I want to know what you think. If it's going to be a knockout, or do you think it's going to go all the way?
At the beginning, I was like, yeah, it has to go all the way because Mayweather just doesn't knock out people. That's not his style anymore. You know, he's got a few knockouts to his name, but at 49, he used as the points. But with 8 ounces glove, fair enough. A lot of his fights have been with 8 ounce gloves, but 8 ounce gloves and the way that they've been talking and the fact that Mayweather is a class above McGregor when it comes to boxing, I'm going for a knockout. Yeah, I'm going for a knockout. I'm gonna say 8 rounds. Yeah. What about you? I'm going for the same, boy. Well, I think Mayweather, he's too good, he's too classy, and I think he'll knock him out in the 6th round, I reckon. I'm going for 6th round, yeah. So put a bet on the 7th. Yeah. That's it from us. Make sure you comment below. Let us know who you think will be the king of the ring come August 26th. We'll see you soon.